The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Well, I'm here with Starlings, and this is the Alpha Sessions, and you guys are usually a four-piece, right? So who's missing?
Yeah, so Sean, he is the other singer. So we've got two singers, myself and
Okay.
Sean. His mammy won't let him out today.
Oh.
So I know it's obviously with COVID cases, they're still quite high in Ireland at the minute. So
Yeah.
he's just safe, and you know you have to kind of respect that, I think.
Yeah, of course. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves and also say what you do in the band?
Well, I'm Paul. I sing and play guitar.
I'm James, and I play the drums.
And I'm Daniel, and I'm playing bass.
And how did you guys meet?
Work, innit?
Work, yeah. The lads worked for Vodafone, and Sean was like a mutual friend. I knew Sean from college, and then Sean worked with the lads for Vodafone. He worked with them, not for them. He worked for you, but he worked with them in Vodafone.
Didn't work for me, I tell you that.
Yeah.
I think it started off. I think Dan and Sean were just jamming one week, and I was the other musician on the floor, and we just got talking about playing music, and I wasn't in a band at the time, so just turned up, started playing some songs. Started off with just covers, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It was just, we'd go in and just like on Tuesday or Wednesday after work, a couple of cans, break up the week and stuff like that, and just enjoy playing music, really. And then it just sort of progressed.
It escalated.
Yeah. Start writing songs then, I suppose, and then as soon as that happens, you're picking out names. You're like, oh, what will we call ourselves? What font will we use for our logo? So it was pretty much like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we got this lad in.
And then the magic, and then the foursome was complete.
You said that you got to writing songs pretty quickly. How does that process work for you guys?
I think there's kind of two different ways that we do it. So myself, my songs, I would just write them and then bring them to the group, and then the group would add in, the bass and drums and this and that. And then I suppose there's times where Dan might present the song, because obviously Dan doesn't sing for the band, but he still writes lyrics. He'd bring it in and we'd kind of work it out between us and add in little bits. And
yeah, I think when I'm bringing sort of songs in, it becomes much more of a group one.
Yeah.
And the same for Sean.
Yeah, same with Sean. Yeah.
So like all of us, we all have our own different way of doing things, really. But it all comes together. We all just bring it in normally in here and just try and work it out and see what happens with it, really.
Do you ever kind of bring something forward and then the others go, oh, that's a bit rubbish? Or you bring something forward and then the others go, oh my God, that's amazing, don't touch it.
Whenever Ringo starts bringing us
we'll just put it right here on the fridge for you.
Sometimes like what could happen is it'd be one of those songs that just sort of goes missing and no one mentions it.
Yeah.
For about 6 months ago.
Yeah, we jammed through it once or twice, and we kind of you look over and I'm on my phone. Yeah, I think with all of us, we all have to be into it. Like I could be very into a song that I've written, and I might bring it, and then it might just fall flat on its face because the lads mightn't be into it, or it just might not translate to the band. It might be just a song for maybe a different project, or further down the line, or whatever it is when I go solo.
Yeah. When we made our millions,
So that's normally the line that you give when you're not impressed. Yeah, I think you should save that for your solo project.
They do, yeah. You've a fair few actually.
But to be fair, it's a very, very safe, creative environment. I mean, there's no such idea. There's no such thing as like a bad idea until it is a bad idea. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot of we just give and take, and I think we kind of get a feeling off each other whether the other bandmates like it because they're into it and they're playing and they're like, oh, let's put this bit in, let's try this bit, and then once that happens, we don't even think about it. That's the song then that we're working on at that particular time.
Yeah, it's good that it happens so naturally.
Yeah,
definitely makes it a lot easier to work with anyway, doesn't it?
That sure does.
You have we spoke about this off air. You've got a big backdrop behind you that says Cabin Space Studios. Is that where you guys usually record?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We rehearse and we record here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gav. The EP, we record EP recorded.
Yeah, the full EP Out at Sea was recorded here with Gav. So Gav is a good mate of mine, and he literally just opened the studio. Was it during the pandemic?
No, it was after the first lockdown.
After the first lockdown, he opened up the studio, and he had been producing and mixing all of our songs up until this point. Before we'd like tracked everything in another studio, and then just sent everything over to Gav, and then Gav, because he knows us, he knows me, we could kind of tell him, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Whereas if you didn't know the person, it might be a little bit, you know yourself, a little bit kind of iffy.
Yeah.
But he got us straight away. He's done all of our songs. So as soon as he opened this place, we were like, we have to come in, and it's so good. We're in the live room at the minute. It has like vocal booths, control room, everything that you really need in the studio. And yeah, so if you're in Ireland, anyone watching, Cabin Space Studios, ask for
Yeah.
How much time have you been able to spend there over the last year or so due to COVID restrictions and stuff?
Not a lot, really. I mean, we did the EP in the summer, so that was what, August?
Yeah, August, September. Yeah.
August,
over 3 days.
Yeah, we did it over 3 days. But since then, I think we kind of went back into a fairly strict lockdown. Then again,
there was like 3 weeks before Christmas. We got 3 weeks in, and then that was it. And that's been, and ever since December, that's it really. You know, everything's closed down.
Is this the first time I've seen you since December?
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen you in 2021. Yeah, that's so sad. Oh my god.
God.
So what's it like in Dublin now? Like, are you guys still in full on lockdown or?
Yeah, we're in a pretty severe lockdown at the moment. Because we had like one of the worst cases in Europe, like at around Christmas, and we're not so bad now. But yeah, it's pretty severe at the minute.
It's annoying, really.
Yeah, it spiked so much at Christmas time, up to like thousands of cases a day. And we're back on to kind of like the 500, 600s now. So, but they're still, you literally can just go and get a takeaway coffee. That's literally all.
Yeah. Like we are on one of the toughest lockdowns in Europe at the moment. Severe.
So being there together now is a privilege.
Yeah, it's great walking in, seeing the lads. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
obviously we can't hug, you know, like we used to. I'm kind of, you know, pushing the boundaries at the minute, but you know, it is great. It's great.
Let's talk about the new EP, which you obviously just released at the end of last year. Talk us through that process. How did it work?
I think it just came from, like, we didn't actually plan it. This was the weird thing. We had just released singles. We released 3 singles before the EP, since we kind of started. And then once lockdown hit, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't meet up. We couldn't gig. So we just said, listen, we might as well just go in and record some songs that we have, because we obviously have a backlog of songs. And the idea just came from that, really, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of the songs are inspired by the first lockdown.
Yeah, I think two of the songs are directly inspired, like were written during the first lockdown that we had, and then the other one was one that we had previous that we always wanted to put on an EP.
You cut me down when
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
You can kind of feel the tone of the tracks versus what was going on in the outside world at the time. Like they run in complete parallels. So without even knowing what you guys just said, when I heard the tracks, I was like, this was definitely written during the pandemic. And I think it's amazing how you've used that parallel, and even like the called out at sea thing. I kind of imagine being in isolation is the same as, I don't know, someone being on a ship in the sea and not seeing the end, as in like not seeing land. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily your thought process, but I think it's really interesting that that's just so obvious as soon as you listen to it.
Yeah, like Dan actually wrote Ships, the song that you're talking about. And when I heard it played it to me, I just kind of like what you said, like two ships like passing each other. Wasn't that the kind of the image?
Ships in the night.
Ships in the night just passing each other, and it's just like you're not really, you're not talking to anyone, you're not really interacting with anyone, and everything just seems a little. Yeah.
In terms of the EP, like obviously that's got 3 tracks on. Was that an active decision? Did you have those tracks ready to go straight away? Like, was there a lot of fine tuning?
I think with the first 2, we had them fairly solid. I think definitely with the last one, because it was written quite quickly.
That was pretty much arranged as we did the recording here.
Yeah, we had the third one especially, like we kind of had the basics of what we wanted to do with it, but because we had a good bit of time in here, we could kind of finish it and add bits and pieces that weren't necessarily there when we were originally playing it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like it was good that we had Gav, because as soon as we said to ourselves, right, we want to record an EP, we didn't necessarily have the 3 songs that we wanted, but we knew we wanted 3 songs. So obviously I had a couple, the lads had a couple, we brought them together, and then Gav actually came in, he just listened to all of the songs, and he said, right, well, this song, and this song probably would be the best to put on the EP, because there's a couple, we had a couple of songs that were kind of isolation, quarantine type feel, and the ones that we put on the EP are like definitely the best.
Yeah. There was a bit of a whittling down sort of.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can moan about
lockdown,
isolation.
You don't want to like whinge the ears off people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you go to Gavin, tell him what you want, or does he kind of put his spin on it after you send him a demo? How does that work?
I would say it's probably a bit of both. We definitely have an idea of what we want it to sound like, but he puts the sort of finishing touches on it and stuff like that. And yeah, it would be I think they all sound very different if he wasn't involved. With them, you know.
Well, it's always good to get like, you know, a 5th set of ears, and like Gav is basically the 5th member of the band, you know, and he's just so talented himself when it comes to arranging and writing songs, and it's just it's a really, really nice, enjoyable, fun process. I think working with Gav.
Yes, it's the first time I think I've ever had a thing where every single song I've recorded has had an influence from one other person outside of the band. Wow. Do you know that way? So he puts, as Dan said, he's put his stamp, his sound. He's given us a little bit of a sound, even though all of the songs and all of our influences are completely different. The songs kind of sound like they should be together, if you know what I mean. Even though it's from completely different places.
What do you want people to get from the EP? Like, what do you want them to walk away thinking when they've listened for the first time?
It's okay to feel. It's okay to have feelings. That's what I want. It's okay to, like, you know. I mean, like, there's such like a kind of like, I don't know, a blender of feelings in like all the songs. I mean, some of them are quite uplifting. Some of them can make you feel, you know, a bit introspective. And that's what I like. I like a wide range of emotions in songs. I don't know how you do.
Ultimately, you just want people to enjoy it, really. You know, you just want people to be able to want to listen to the songs and just enjoy them. That's what it's for, really, isn't it? That's why we all do it.
I just want people whistling the melody. Like, if they hear the melody and it's just stuck in their head, that's what I want.
Okay, whistling, that's good. What do you think has been the biggest challenge for you guys as a band over the last year?
Oh, I think not being able to meet up, because we are a live band. You know, we started off doing covers. We are at our best when we're working together live, and I think that's the same for any band. Just not being able to have a gig to work towards, to kind of, you know, share your music with people. That's been tough, and also not being able to physically practice together has been tough for me anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
yeah. You kind of lose.
Sorry.
You kind of lose the dynamic. I think a little bit. We haven't played together in about 3 months.
Yeah.
All of us together. So it's a bit mad. And even before that, as Cooney said, or James, you introduced yourself as James.
You can call me Jim Bob Cooney, whatever you want to call me.
We had a couple of weeks at Christmas, but even before that, it was like the EP was the last time we really had any sort of time, and that was in August, September time. So it's been
yeah.
And then just for comparison, like before the pandemic, how often would you guys hang out or practice together?
Once a week minimum.
Minimum once a week, and we weren't gigging every week, but at least once or twice a month.
Yeah.
Up to that. So that kind of stopped so abruptly.
Yeah.
That it was just like, oh, what do I do?
like we were supposed to do a gig in this place called the King Kong Club like a week or two before lockdown happened, and it was just like bam, nothing. Yeah.
Game over. Yeah.
So sudden.
Band-related question too with your name. When someone says Starling, before I knew about you guys, I thought of the bird. What made you guys come up with the name?
I'll let you take that one down.
You take that one down.
Yeah. Like being like you're looking stuff up online and you just sort of you find like weird facts about nothing and you go, oh, that's interesting, and it's just something that stuck in my head. There's something I read. Now I read it on Wikipedia, so I don't know like if it's actually accurate or not. I've been telling people that as well.
Okay.
But basically, because when we started, we were just playing songs just for the fun of playing songs, other people's songs and covers and all that kind of stuff. And I read something about Starlings, that they're a type of bird and they're able to mimic other melodies and stuff like that of different birds and stuff like that. And it just felt like it was something that sounded pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's basically what we were doing. We were just mimicking other bands and stuff at the time before we started doing our own stuff. So that's kind of where. That's it, yeah. Really.
And now we mimic ourselves.
Yeah. Now, I hope that's accurate, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I heard that before, that Starlings mimic other birds.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
It's still a cool story, so it's fine. Talk to me about your Sunday episodes that you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we were just trying to come up with something content to give to people that wasn't just, oh, here's the Spotify EP again, please listen. So I think Dan may have came up with the idea to do some sort of Sunday sessions, and then it kind of just blew up from there. We have Cooney hosting it, so he actually is like our little Dermot O'Leary, Angela Deck over here. And then like we just edit the videos together. So I would sing a song from my bedroom, Dan would sing a song from his bedroom, and Sean would sing from his bedroom. And then we started to get some guests on as well. So, some bands and singers that we know from around the scene. And we just edit it all together, and it seems to be doing well. It's fun. It's actually a fun thing to look forward to do every week. And to put it out and have people listen to it. So it's hopefully it kind of takes off a little bit as well. And
like lockdown pushes you to kind of think of different ways to kind of get your music out to people, and that was what really we came up with,
Yeah.
But it's fun. People like it, and we're going to do it for as long as people like it. So
we get to play songs that you'd only hear if you came to a gig. Like there's certain songs that aren't on Spotify that we've had for the last 2 years that we're playing on these Sunday sessions, so people can go and the different songs. And we're doing covers as well by, I think, the artists that probably influences the most.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it's fun. It's definitely fun. And people get to see influences. Like Dan just plays punk songs all the time. I'm playing my influences, and Sean's obviously playing his influences. He's punk orientated as well.
Yeah, he does a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So you get a different flavour. So you might listen to one of our episodes and I'm playing Eric Clapton, and then the next song will be Rancid.
cold. I know when the hits extreme. The wind is sure to blow you back my way. So won't you come on home? What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when times get tough, I'm there to pick you up. What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when life gets rough, I'm there to pick you up. Different without my carbohydrate. I'm blazing solo and Chewie's far away. But the Millennium Falcon sure to have the speed to roll up early with breakfast on the way. So won't you come on home? What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when times get tough, I'm there to pick you up. What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when life gets rough, I'm there to pick you up. I'll be there to pick you up, and I'll be there to lift you up, sin. I'll be there to pick you up, sin. I'll be there to lift you up, so won't you come on home? What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when times get tough, I'm there to pick you up. What are you running from? This world's not big enough. Just know when life gets rough, I'm there to pick you up.
The Alpha Sessions.
What are you guys working on at the moment that you can tell us about?
Oh, another Sunday sessions anyway for
Yeah.
next Sunday.
Yeah, I think the plan was to kind of because we're not gigging, we don't even know when we're going to be able to gig.
Yeah.
So maybe by summer we might get some more recording done. I think we still need to kind of decide that because the plan was to do some recording, but we thought that we might have had a little bit of a break with the lockdown. We thought we might have been able to go out and gig and actually gig the EP that we made.
Yeah.
But it's kind of changed a little bit, so we might even just do some recording in the summer, maybe do a couple of more tracks.
Nice.
We've got 6 tracks up on Spotify already, so we could record another 4 or 5 and then just put them together on an album.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
I think there's a lot of writing that's going on as well at the moment. So it'd be nice to try and get all of that kind of stuff together as soon as we're able to anyway.
There's songs there that are just acoustic. They're just acoustic songs where we don't have influence or we don't have bass on it, we don't have the harmonies on it or anything like that. So I think we need to get together and do that first, and then we can decide really what we want to do.
Yep.
We touched on it briefly with the Sunday sessions, but what kind of music are you guys into? What would be on your playlist?
My playlists. I still listen to the same stuff I listened to when I was 13. I know that's probably a bit
Like what?
At the moment, I know NoFX just released a new album there a couple of weeks ago. I'm a massive NoFX fan.
Okay.
So I've been hammering that for the last 2 weeks. And then there was a couple of other bands that have brought stuff out since last year. There was this Spanish Love Songs album. I just thought it was just absolutely epic, just a brilliant album, front to back. But a lot of the stuff I would listen to, it does tend to be a lot of the old punk stuff and stuff from the late 70s and the 80s and stuff like that. And I'm still hammering through that because there's loads of it.
Yeah, I like angry music. I like Metallica. A lot of angry music. A lot of angry music I can run to. Like Tool, Megadeth, System of a Down, and also on St. Patrick's Day. The Chieftains, they brought out this album in '95, and they had lots of like collaborations. Like Sting is singing a song, Mick Jagger is singing a song, Sinead O'Connor. So I was listening to a lot of the Chieftains for Paddy's Day and that kind of stuff. How about you, Paul?
Yeah, no, I'm a big John Mayer fan. He's my favourite. And then obviously Oasis, the Beatles, Bee Gees, Eric Clapton. So they would be my influences. I'm more, or less, I suppose. Less, what would be the word?
I don't know. I was trying.
Tread carefully.
I don't want to insult any. I don't want to insult the two lads here, but I listen to better music than these two lads here. And then Sean listens to a lot of American.
Sean listens to radio. I mean, he listens to elevator music. That's what Sean likes.
But no, I think that like we have such different influences that when we come together, you kind of get Starlings, you get that sound.
Yeah, great mix. It's good.
Right.
So imagine that COVID wasn't a thing and you got a call tomorrow and you could gig anywhere in the world. Where would you want to gig?
Oh, that's a good question. Glastonbury.
Main stage.
Oh yeah, Pyramid Stage, hands down. Pyramid Stage. I'd like to gig on a boat as well. The Starlings fun cruise. Booze cruise.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd like to play the Tree Arena in Dublin because it's our hometown and it'd be like that would be amazing. It's just to play there. If in the perfect world, that would be my.
Yeah,
I'd play anywhere. Yeah, I just want to play somewhere now at the moment. Like literally, I'd play someone's fucking back garden.
I'd play at the club, at the Tree Arena.
Sorry, I swore that. I shouldn't.
Yeah, anywhere. I'd love to do Slane Castle.
Oh,
That's like a big dream of mine to play at Slane Castle.
That would be absolutely class.
Yeah, that'd be unreal. Yeah.
Actually, I want to change my answer to Slane.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys can have any rider you want in these dream gigs. What would be on that rider?
Oh,
This has got my internet, isn't it?
I would like, because you guys can't have dairy before you go on stage because you're singing like dairy clogs up your vocal. I don't know. I just heard it's bad for you. I would like, and on a river of Cadbury's chocolate.
I think there'd need to be lots of booze for these lads.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Guinness.
Because you drink a lot.
No, we're
No,
functioning
not a lot.
alcoholics.
I mean, but you drink.
We're
You
functioning
drink.
alcoholics.
And I think we'd need probably have some cigarettes as well for the lads, and
some crisps.
maybe some funny cigarettes. if
Yeah.
depending on where we
We're
are.
talk about that. And some cola bottles. Little gummy cola bottles.
Yeah.
I like that. And Pringles as well. Just anything that's bad for you, really. I think I'd like to have. Yeah.
And then some honey for the throat.
Yeah. And some hot lemon.
That's the serious stuff.
Yeah.
So if people want to find out more about you, where can they go? What can they do?
I think Instagram is our main kind of focal point that we put everything on, but we've obviously got Facebook as well. Spotify, you can catch us on, and our YouTube channel, Starlings Official Band.
We're on Twitter as well.
We're on Twitter
Yeah.
as well. If you want to have an argument with us.
Yeah. If you want to get political, we're on Twitter.
But yeah, like everything is Starlings Official Band anyway, so you can search us on all the platforms. We're there.
Yeah.
And all of our songs are available to listen as well on Spotify. So
And the Sunday sessions are all on YouTube.
yeah,
Playlist up in there.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us and spending the time. And hopefully, when we're allowed to travel, and you're down this way a little bit in London, then you can come by the studio and do a session.
Yeah.
thanks for having us.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for
Thanks.
uh,
Stay safe.